One part of Detroit, Operation Ceasefire has cut shootings by 40%. The program is designed to target a key group of trigger pullers, gang members responsible for most of the violence in the city. But this is about much more than just locking people up. In order for Detroit to thrive, the killing needs to stop.
People don't want to live in a city or do business in a city or play in a city unless they feel safe.
That's why, after a rash of murders and gun violence, U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuaid teamed up with the mayor and police chief to launch a unique crime prevention partnership called Detroit One.
There was, about 2 years ago, a gang war that was going on there, an exchange of shootings between different gangs. They would post pictures on Instagram of rival gangs, of the targets who should be shot on sight.
To try to end that gang violence, McQuaid and the Detroit One partners brought Operation Ceasefire to the city's east side. It's a program that has dramatically lowered homicide rates in other cities like Boston and Cincinnati. Already, Ceasefire has changed the landscape in Detroit.
That 40% reduction in shootings in the 9th precinct means 82 more people are alive today than were last year.
Operation Ceasefire is not just about locking up bad guys. It targets specific gang members who are on parole or probation and requires them to report to a call-in. A meeting with McQuaid, Police Chief James Craig, and Mayor Mike Duggan.
And we say the violence has to stop, and if it doesn't, we are committed to prosecuting you. The promise is, if you put down your guns and stop shooting, we have a lot of services available to you.
And I've seen the young men engage in that program and the difference that it makes.
Operation Ceasefire community organizer Quincy Smith says once the gang members agree to step away from the criminal lifestyle, his outreach team not only helps them find jobs, they are there for them day and night.
We provide those wraparound services where there's a day-to-day engagement. On the phone, how are you doing today? Do you have a way to work, right? You need baby diapers or groceries or whatever the case may be.
Smith says they teach the young men how to resolve conflict without weapons. The ceasefire call-ins also involve church leaders who hold the gang members accountable. The call-ins also include people who the gun violence has hurt the most.
That's usually the most powerful moment of a call-in, when maybe the mother of a murder victim stands up and talks about how the murder of her son has changed her life, and many times the gang members will get up and hug the mother.
We want these guys to see the mother that lives down the street, or we want them to see the teacher that they may have grew up with, because nobody teaches those spiritual kinds of lessons better than church and community.
McQuaid says one of the best parts of the Operation Ceasefire call-ins is the chance to share a meal with the young men she's trying to show there is a different future for them and the city.
You see her leading by sitting down, having one-on-one conversations with these young men, hearing their story, to be able to witness that. Somebody like U.S. Prosecuting Attorney Barbara McQuaid sitting down and talking to these, known street guys.
And they'll show me a picture of their child on their phone, and their face will light up when they talk about their child. And we'll talk about, imagine how you'd feel if your child got caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting, or happened to be playing in their yard or their house and was hit by a stray bullet. And it absolutely resonates with them.
Operation Ceasefire is now expanding to the west side of the city. Law enforcement leaders all hope this program will continue changing hearts and minds in the city. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.